Hello. Well, I'm not in carpool today, or not right now. I just wanted to say that, okay, so like my son is in school, he's in first grade. So, since it's Christmas time, the holidays, whatever, they've been studying different, what is it called? Like, traditions from different cultures. So I don't know which one that they had learned about yesterday, but it ticked me the freak off. So he came home, or actually in carpool, when I pick him up, we always talk about like, what he did at school, what he learned and all that stuff on the way home. So he was telling me he was very hyped about one of the traditions that they learned, which I didn't even remember to ask him the name of, I guess the country or whatever that he learned that tradition from. So anyway, it was where you put the shoes outside the door and somebody comes and puts gifts in the shoe. And I guess it's just one shoe because he only put one shoe outside the door. So he kept asking me over and over and over again, can he put his shoes outside? And I'm just like, first of all, we live in an apartment complex. And, I mean, we live in a good area. So, it's not anything that I'm worried about. But I'm just like, I freaking paid for them shoes. You're not going to sit them outside just in case somebody happens to, take your shoes. So I was like, how about you could put one out there. That's it, though. Just one shoe. So he was like, okay. And then I told him, you're not going to put it at the front door. You can put it at the back door. Because does it matter which door? It shouldn't matter as long as it's the door that the shoe is at. So he put the shoe, we compromised, first of all. He put the shoe at the back door. And he had to turn the light on. I don't like the light being on because, like, if I want to look out the window, I don't want nobody seeing me look out the window. So anyway, we put the shoe at the back door. And I was like, dang. So then I was like, I mean, what type of surprises or gifts do they put in the shoe? Because I'm like, now I've got to figure out what to put in the darn shoe. So he was like, whatever you want, like candy, gifts. And I was like, okay, so basically like things that you would put in a stocking stuffer, kind of. And then he was like, sure. So I was like, okay, so that's easy. But then also I was like, okay, well, dang, when am I going to even be able to do it? Because he kept going outside or kept opening the door to look to see if anything was put in the shoe. So I was like, golly. And then I was like, I don't really have anything to put in there because, I mean, if I were prepared for this situation, then I could have, like, went to the store to get something or whatever, to Dollar General to get, some rinky-dink thing to put in the shoe or whatever. So, like I said, he kept looking out there for it. And I was like, I mean, what the hell? So I was like, dang, okay, I got to figure out when I'm going to put something in there, in the shoe, and then also what am I going to put in the shoe? So it just so happens we went to the farmer's market the other day, and he got one candy cane, like one of the small candy canes from out of this bucket of candy canes. He could have gotten more, but he only took one. So that was sitting on the counter. I was like, okay, so when he takes a bath, I'm going to put the candy cane in his shoe. That was my only time to be able to do it because I didn't want to do it after he went to bed because, he was going to bed and I wasn't going to leave the freaking shoe outside overnight. So, he took a bath and, I was able to, put the candy cane in the shoe. So, once he got out of the bathtub and put his night clothes on and all that stuff, he was like, oh yeah, let me go check my shoe. And I was like, yes, go check your shoe. So he, looked out the window first and he was like, oh my gosh, something's in my shoe. And he was like, I knew it would work. I knew it. I told you we put one shoe out there. And I was just like, okay, yeah, it worked. All right. It worked because I made it work. But I'm just like, don't freaking spring anything on me ever again. Because I'm just like, I don't have time. Or I need time to prepare. You're not giving me time to prepare for these things that you're learning at school. So, hopefully it's over. But I'm thinking that it's supposed to be every day up until Christmas. Which if so, I've got to prepare for that. It's just a lot. you know, because I'm doing the freaking elf on the shelf. So that is already a mess in itself, because most of the time he's so nosy that he's always where I am. So it's like I can't really surprise him with stuff because he's so freaking nosy. And then even when I do the elf on the shelf, he has so many questions of why did Elfie do this? Why did Elfie do that? And I'm just like, freaking don't worry about it. Mind your business. Just look for Elfie and read his note and look at what he's done. But don't ask 1,000 questions about how he got here. When did he come? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? No, don't ask any of those freaking questions. Just enjoy Elfie, or he's going to be gone. I did make him go missing for a couple days because I was just like, I need a freaking break. So he was gone for a couple days, and then he came back. And, you know, I'm just like, golly, I'm ready for Christmas to come so he can be gone. So, yeah, I got to figure out now if this whole shoe situation is supposed to be up until Christmas or what. And then I was thinking also that he was going to be, you know, disappointed or whatever with just the one candy cane. But he was like, well, maybe, you know, they left one because it's only me here. And I was like, that's exactly why they only left one. That's it, you know? Thanks for helping me out. But yes, that's the reason why they left only one candy cane, because there's only one child here. So that was very helpful. So now if I do something else, if it does continue on, first of all, I need to Google what this tradition is and where it's from, so that I can know about it, so that I can tell him some more things about it. Because he just thinks he knows everything. So once I Google it and find out, then if it is up until Christmas, then I'll go ahead and do that. And just continue to do it while he takes his bath. That's my only really, you know, free time that I can do it while he's not in my asshole, basically. So we'll see how it goes. Again, I need to Google it so that I can verify the information that he's given me and go from there. So I'll keep y'all posted, but golly,